police cruiser, which in those days was a very large Plymouth 8-cylinder vehicle. And I remember as we got to the intersection of Roanoke Street and Draper Road at the 4-way stop sign, I made some comment about, I bet this cruiser can go very fast. And Chief Brown allowed as to how that it would go very fast, and it was in top condition. And he stopped and looked both ways, and then he stepped on the accelerator and the car stalled. I'll never forget the silence in the car and then the laughter in the car as we rolled through the intersection and he restarted the car.
Every time he and I go somewhere, we get lost. He drives and he gets lost. And he's from this area, and we would spend hours trying to find our way back. But, you know, I told him, I said, you know, you're the only one that I can ride with to Christiansburg, and it takes about an hour and 45 minutes to get there.
There was an occasion where Jenny and I went through a road block one night out on Price's Fork Road, and they were checking for I guess inebriated drivers, you know, and he was working with the officers, you know, even though he was a captain at the time. So I rolled the window down, and he came over and stuck his head in, and he said, "Well, if it isn't Bud and Jeff."
I've seen him on some situations out in the street. I watched him at an intersection one night pluck a young man out of the window of his vehicle. The guy didn't touch anything. Chief Brown, at the time he was the captain, reached in and literally picked him up and plucked him right out of the window without really him touching much of anything inside that car. As you can tell, the chief's got some fairly massive arms, and he's a very strong man, and I think the guy got the message.
When I was first appointed as chaplain of the police department, one of my deacons ran into him one day and said, "Now, I know that our pastor will be riding along some with the police department as the chaplain, and that may put him in harm's way. Are you going to give our pastor bulletproof vest and so forth to be able to wear when he's out there?" And he said, "Actually, we're planning to use him as a shield."
We got a phone call one morning from his mother, and he got so upset he almost ran out of the house and forgot his pants. And I was standing there holding his pants, and I said, "Honey, where are you going?" And he grabbed his pants, and you know how he's running out the door trying to get his rich legs in, and because he thought something had happened to his mother. But find out it was the cows had escaped, and they was taking a stroll down McCoy Road with the big black Angus bull leading. My husband was so furious. He wanted to slaughter that bull right then and there. Later on that week, he did. Oh, did he slaughter that bull? And believe it or not, the cows never got out anymore.
"Well, if you retire, what are you going to do?" And I said, "Anything I want to do, anything I want to do."
I have a honey-do list this long, and it probably take him months before he can finish it.
She talks about her honey-do list, and she says that the work's going to really begin because says that honey-do list is going to be long, you know, and things like this.
I'm ready for us to take vacation and enjoy some of the sights that we have never seen, and just to pamper him and show him how much I really appreciate him. And I can't wait until the day is his last day, because I have made these very perfect plans where I'm going to take him to a spa and let him just get really relaxed and give him the works.
I'll probably do a little fishing. Me and my wife will probably become good buddies, and we'll do a lot of fishing. It's not that we want to catch anything. It's a thing of taking a couple lawn chairs, sitting on the edge of the river, and just throwing your line out there, relaxing a little bit, you know, and things like that.
Blacksburg's had my father for, 36 years, and, I'm only 30 years old now, and, I'm kind of happy that I get my father anytime I want him.
My goal was to not just jump in this job and do 25 and get out. I wanted to make about that much difference internally and externally.
He's really climbed some mountains to get where he's at. And, you know, I guess he's always got to have a mountain to climb. I just hope that, you know, he finds some in retirement.
He's one of a kind, and this is the end of an era.
He's always provided a lot of support for me, and I really appreciate that.
I think you've been a great chief. You have been truly great for the community. I'm sorry that you're retiring. I understand that you feel the time has come, but I hate to see you go because I think you've been just a super chief.
I would like to thank the chief for what he has given, not just to the community, but through the force, what he's given to my two children. That respect for law enforcement.
I want him to enjoy his retirement, and you know, I'd like to tell him I love him.
There are very few people I've ever met that I admired more than you. He is a fine individual that cares deeply about his community, and he is a person that has come to be one of my best friends since I have come to this town.
I would just tell the chief that I've enjoyed working with him over the years. I wish him the best in his retirement. He definitely deserves it. I wish him the best of luck, and hope to see him many more times in the future.
He's like my security blanket, and it's leaving.
I would like to thank him for giving me all the opportunities that he has given to me as well as to others, the encouragement that he's given us, the guidance, the patience, and I just want to thank him.
He's done a terrific job, and he'll be sorely missed by our community.
Chief Brown was a winner. When we hired him the first time as an officer, and today, he's still a winner.
Thank you for all you've done. You've really contributed a major part of your life to this community, and this community is a much better place because of it.
I would like to say this about Chief Brown, and that is that you can imitate, but you can't duplicate.
I have been blessed. When I say blessed, and I often say this, I work for the best people in the world. Now, when I say I work for the best people in the world, that's the citizens of Blacksburg, that's the council, that's the manager. I work for the best people in the world. And on the other hand, I have the best people in the world working for me. So I'm blessed, so blessed on both ends.
Yes, I would like to thank the town and the citizen for the kindness and the warmth that they showed my husband while he served as a police officer for the town. I don't know how I can express this enough, and the way I'm going to say it is thanks for everything.